get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. I am in my basement, in my workout room, trying to get these quick miles on the treadmill real fast. I don't want nobody flagging me for being naked, child. Okay? Because that's how we got taken down last time, apparently. So, here's my workout room. Y'all know I'm a step instructor, so got a whole bunch of steps. But I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about, I know it's old news now, but I think Basketball Wives is coming out tonight. And I wanted to talk to y'all about Brittany Renner being on Basketball Wives. Hey, y'all. My girl, Sweet Pea, is in the building. What's up, Sweet Pea? Hey, hey, hey. Who we got? Christina Hardy is here. She says, hey, Shay. What's up, what's up? Tanisha Breedlove is here. She says, hey, Shay, what's up, what's up? Good morning, y'all. I'm not going to be before you long because I know Caramel is going live at 11:30. So, my friend, Kalani Harrelson, what's up? She says, hey, hey. What's up, Kalani? How you bees? Amanda Brown says, hey. I try to slow this treadmill down, y'all, so I don't fall off this bitch because y'all know. Listen, I can step, but your girl ain't that coordinated, holding the phone, and you know, I be trying to really do something. But y'all, let me put this down. I wanted to talk to y'all. Cover these up, chat. I wanted to talk to y'all about that whole Brittany Renner, Kevin Gates situation where Kevin Gates went to. It's been kind of on my mind lately when he went to that basketball game and was taunting LeBron James. Let's talk about it. Do y'all think that Kevin Gates did? So basically, here's the whole situation. I had pictures, but I don't know why they not showing up. But Kevin Gates, I'm going to talk while I find the photo for y'all. Kevin Gates made this post on the Shade Room, or the Shade Room posted that Kevin Gates had a problem with the way that the fans seemingly adore LeBron James more than his own wife does, okay? Basically, like, you know, saying how, yeah, the women be all over him, all over, you know, the WP women specifically, be all over LeBron or whatever, and he don't like the fact that his wife, LeBron's wife that is, Savannah, is not all up in his grill the way that she should be. And I'm like, sir, number one, who fucking asked you? And two, you are comparing his wife to a daggone groupie. Here it is, y'all. Hold on, let me put these pictures up so I can show them on screen. And y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Here we go, they loading up. What's up, what's up? We got 19 people in the chat. What's up, y'all? I know y'all like, girl, what the hell is you doing? I'm working out and talking. Look, running my mouth in other people's business while trying to shrink my belly for this 40th birthday, for this life, okay? All right, so it didn't put up the other one, but we gonna go with what we got. So, Kevin Gates says he wouldn't trade places with LeBron James because he doesn't like the way Savannah James looks at her husband. I like the way them WP women look at LeBron. Okay, so Kevin, who asked you what you like? I had another picture. Hold on, y'all. Apparently, Drika likes looking at vegetables more than she likes looking at you. Are you still married? That's what I want to know. Are you still married? Does she care about you in the least piece of it? I see her going to farms, you know, getting money with the weed and all that stuff. I'm like, what is going on with you? So I saw this post where it says that she had officially filed for divorce. Now, I saw a lot of people in the comments saying that, you know, Kevin Gates is a Muslim, so Muslims can have multiple wives or whatever the case may be. So if him and Brittany Renner are together, then, and he's still married to Drika, according to their religion, that's okay. I don't think Drika subscribes to that. And that in that religion, correct me if I'm wrong, if you are of the Islamic faith or Muslim faith or whatever the correct term is, if you are a part of that religion, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to also agree to that lifestyle. And apparently, if she filing for divorce, baby girl don't agree. And I wouldn't agree either. Okay? So, my thing is, here's the whole point. I think that Kevin Gates is doing that to get some publicity for Brittany on Basketball Wives. Because the last time I checked, Kevin Gates ain't no damn basketball player. He's a on again, off again, rapper that have a song or two that you tap your toe to. You know, I, I wouldn't be messing with him. But you say all of that. I guess you didn't like the fact that LeBron didn't respond. So then you go to his game and you sit courtside to taunt the man. Why we gotta do that? It's a lot of people out here that do some weird shit to try to taunt people, to try to get a reaction out of folks. But it's a lot of unbothered folks, like kind of like me, LeBron, very unbothered with the bullshit that people do. So here's what LeBron said. He says, kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, queen? Let's get it. Basically saying, Kevin Gates, mind your fucking business. You don't have enough money to be worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. Or better yet, it ain't even about money or onlookers. Just mind your fucking business. What me and my wife doing over here don't have nothing to do with you and yours. Move along. Okay? Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business, okay? So, my whole thing is, what's up, Chef Don Don? My friend is in the chat. Congratulations on your award. Brittany Janae, my girl Brittany is in the building. Hey, my cancer sister. Thank y'all for joining this morning. I was like, let me get on here and talk about this with my peoples, okay? Hey, friend. How you bees? How you been feeling? How you doing? You look real cutified or whatever at the Boss Babe Awards with my bestie, Scotty. I seen y'all. So proud of y'all. So proud of y'all. Drea is in the building. She says, hey, Shay and Chat, what's up? Yeah, he is a lame for that, Kalani. A real freaking lame. Like, why? But I feel like, y'all, in my opinion, now he look dirty, friend. And do. And look, and do. But I feel like he did that. I don't know if he was doing it trying to get Savannah on Basketball Wives, because I know for years they've been trying to get real Basketball Wives on Basketball Wives, right? And I don't even think any of them are Basketball Wives except for that crazy ass Jackie. None of them are really married to any basketball players. What's up, Mookie? Mookie is also one of my members. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Um, Britt says, hey to Linda Gamble. Hey, Linda Gamble, the hardest working woman on the YouTubes. Um, so, yeah, I'm wondering if that was just a little sick ploy for him to try to get some drama, around her appearance. I mean, her being a new cast member on Basketball Wives or whatever. But I'm just like, are you like pimping her now or something? Like she gonna get some of your money? I mean, you gonna get some of her money? Like, what's your whole zhuzh? What was your point? And LeBron ignored the hell out of you. Now he at home because he out of the playoffs now, so he might have some time to think about it now. But I'm pretty sure you the last thing he thinking about. He probably about to go on vacation with his family, do some stuff with his wife and his kids, and not out here sleeping around with industry pass-arounds. I'm just saying. Last time I saw Brittany Renner, she was doing inappropriate stuff to Charleston. What's that name? Charleston White. I think that's his name. Who is just as gross as all get up on a radio show. Any woman that is willing to do anything with that type of shock value, you willing to do anything. And I seen Kevin Gates in that interview that he did with Carisha on Carisha Please. That man is nasty, okay? And if he do half the stuff he talk about in his songs, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, okay? Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, because I don't know me personally, I wouldn't know what the fuck was in it. It might be a sick, okay? That's all I'm saying. But I was just thinking about that, y'all. Also, I wanted to talk to y'all about this Misa Hylton and Mary J. Blige. Let's talk about it. Hell, we might need to be on the treadmill minding other people's business more often, child. Because I got to talk to y'all about some things. Okay, let's talk about this here. Let's talk about it. Hold on, we gotta let the little baby load up. Hold on. Mary J. Blige sued for $5 million by former stylist Misa Hylton over alleged contract interference. Now, apparently, this is a situation over an individual that coulda, shoulda, woulda made all this money, and this is potentially the money that the individual could have made, and so she gonna sue her for the potential. Girl, what? Who does that? How you gonna sue somebody for the potential of what somebody could have made? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's read up on it. The Bossip says, what's the 411? Okay, according to Bossip, Misa Hylton and Mary J. Blige $5 million beef over rapper Votto and breached contracts explained. Okay? Misa Hylton and Mary J. Blige may have created one of the most iconic fashion eras of all time and become the poster women for friends turned sisters. Now the stylist lawyer is explaining their multi-million-dollar beef, okay? As Bossip previously reported, the famed stylist filed a $5 million lawsuit against the No More Drama singer, alleging that Blige purposely ruined her professional relationship with New York rapper Votto. Hylton's attorney, Nicole Ramchartar, I probably butchered that, spoke with Lauren LaRosa of the Breakfast Club about the unfortunate falling out between the two. Misa Hylton and Mary J. Blige, they're not just friends, they're non-biological family, probably closer than blood family. It's very unfortunate that this had to go down like this because Misa tried everything to amicably resolve the issue with Mary directly with Mary's camp. Child, unbeknownst to us, why Mary J. Blige and her camp completely cut off Mrs. Hylton. Let me say this, y'all. The money is drying up. That's what it seemed like to me. The money is drying all the way up. Okay. My member, Love Key, is in the building. She says, "Hey y'all, happy Monday. Happy Monday, friend. Thank you for joining." Um, so yeah, Hylton claims that Blige's interference has cost her and Votto as the singer refused to release his album until he split ways with his longtime stylist, with 20% of his potential earnings hanging in the balance. Hylton claims it's time for Blige to pay up. However, it's not all about the money for Misa, who was broken up about the sudden shift in their friendship, according to her attorney. Y'all, okay, we get the gist of it. Here's my thing with this. How long, Tommy? How long was you not giving the man some clothes and you realized there was a breakdown in communication? What, like, what would you not styling him do for Mary J? It just doesn't make any sense. For me, it feels like a money grab, for sure. A true money grab. It is what it is. I think that the people surrounding that whole take that man, because I don't want to say his name. It'd be a thing in these YouTube streets these days too. But I think that everybody surrounding him is scrambling for the coins. That's what it seemed like to me. The money is drying up. She's not getting them checks like she was before. Now, I believe that Misa Hylton, she's a very accredited stylist for sure. But Votto is, I don't even know how famous this person is for it to be that deep of a cut to your pockets. I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me who this man is. Is he like writing songs for people? Is he like some top billing artist? I really don't know who the man is. But in any event, I just don't get it. Why would this person, first of all, why would you be charging so much for an artist that really is not this, it seems seemingly not very well known? Why is this triggering a lawsuit? It's a lot of people playing in the court system these days. I tell you. But y'all gotta stop playing with these courts. We gotta be worrying about whether we gonna have food in the next 90 days. Because the last shipment from the port of China, people said, is May the 7th or the 11th, I believe. And a lot of truckers have been on TikTok saying that they're getting containers with no food in it. So I don't want to scare y'all, but we got bigger fish to fry than to be worrying about being in somebody's court, spending money on lawyers that people don't have and need to be preserving to keep a damn roof over their head and the food that's left in the grocery store and their kids and families' mouths, if you catch my drift. So, y'all, that was just two things that's been sizzling in my spirit. But we're going to do a full review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I want to talk about last night's episode real quick. Just some key points. Porsha. Oh, Porsha. I grow tired of thee. I cannot. Y'all, I can't subscribe to the dumb blonde antics, okay? You sat up there and watched What Happens Live and lied. You wouldn't admit that you said you was going to F that lady husband. Then you somewhat admitted it, saying, that was the Hennessy. You shouldn't be drinking that much then. If you can't control your liquor to the point where it's telling you that you're going to sleep with somebody's husband, then baby, put the glass bottle down. Put it down. Because you're on a whole show where nobody has talked about, in fact, the lady's ex-husband, husband, whatever you want to call it, he technically was still her husband. I don't care if they were separated or not. Everybody wanted to go dive into semantics where it comes with Porsha and Simon. But whether he was that woman's husband and she was pregnant with somebody else's kid or not, you have no qualms to be talking anything about any of that. And Shamia, you know, I I don't know what to say about you, sis. You have you are the I've said it several times. You are the quintessential housewife, but you are just so corny. You and Porsha just need to. You are like a whole bag of popcorn that can be popped together. Y'all are so corny. It's ridiculous. Porsha over here lying, and everybody's supposed to deal with her bullshit. And then Porsha in this, you know, it really irks me with this stuff. Hey, Cece. Cece is also one of my members. Hey, 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 thank you so much for joining. Chef Don Don says, it's literally everyone else's fault with her. Exactly. I am so sick of that. So sick and tired of that. Like, you know, Porsha is a cancer too. You know, that pisses me off. But people say that cancers don't like to apologize. They don't like to say they're sorry, and they don't like to admit when they're wrong or whatever. That's not me. Maybe because I'm almost a Leo, I don't have that attribute. But I'll admit when I'm wrong, and I'll even go double back and be like, how can I change it so I don't do it again? Porsha acts like everybody is supposed to acquiesce to her foolishness. Now I feel like her sister Lauren. If y'all remember Porsha's Family Matters, when Lauren basically told Porsha she's sick and tired of her shit. She was like, you don't clap for me. You're not there for me the way you expect me to be there for you. I think Porsha treats Shamia like she treats Shamia like she treats Lauren. Brittany, I knew she was going to say something. She said, ooh, that's a lie. I'm a cancer and I apologize when I'm in the wrong. Yeah, that's why I'm like, that is a trait that they say about us, but we don't do that, Britt. We ain't doing that. I don't know. That might be a trait they got to give to somebody else. But I just feel like Porsha and Dennis, I want Lauren to be honest with her because Porsha's mother, is very delusional. She's just as delusional as, I think she created this delusional person that Porsha now is. She did. Like, they have fed her with so much of this, everybody do what Porsha says, BS and jargon, that it's just crazy. I don't understand how none of these women tell Porsha that this whole storyline, we know that this storyline of you trying to say, oh, Dennis and Drew are filming together, and that pissed me off, that's disrespectful. You knew that they were fucking filming together, dummy. You admitted that you got the text messages that Drew sent you. Drew had been trying to talk to you. She told you that they were working together. Dennis told her that Drew and him were working together. So all this stuff about you acting like you don't know is a lie. And I want these women to crawl out of her perfectly bubbly butt and stop kissing her ass. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. It really pisses me off as an audience member because it makes me think that y'all really think I'm this dumb. Y'all really think I'm dumb enough to believe, to like ignite an emotion over this that where I would in any remote sense of the universe agree with this bullshit. Then y'all were outside and heard her say she said she would F Charles Oakley. Stop before I F your husband. Why didn't any of y'all that have husbands or have had a husband or hell anybody that has a brain say, girl, that ain't what you need to be saying. You might not want to be saying no stuff like that. And Dennis, if I were you, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have jeopardized my relationship and or um, closeness to the business deal with Drew over Porsha. Because that's just your. Here's the thing. Yes, y'all have to co-parent, and you have to think about her feelings to an extent. But at the end of the day, all Dennis is responsible for is his daughter. He's not responsible for Porsha and her silly, erratic emotions, her childish behavior. Porsha acting like that man is her man. And it's like, it's very delusional for him to act in ways as if he's your man to appease you because your marriage is ending. Everybody else doesn't have to make you the center of their universe because you're going through something. You don't make everybody else the center of your universe. I'm going to play a clip. I saved it on my Instagram. I'm going to play it when I do my review. But I found the clip where Shamia told Porsha she was upset that she wasn't coming to her wedding. And Porsha was like, well, you know, you're upset and you know I have an illness where I can't fly that long. But you was just on a jet going back and forth to Africa and you got your 21andMe or whatever, talking about, yeah, I'm Nigerian too. Going back and forth to Africa on the private jet when you know, was close to Simon. You could stick your legs up then. Why you couldn't get you a first class seat to go to your friend's wedding so you can put your legs up? You had the money. Or did you not? Did you not want to admit that you wasn't rolling in dough the way y'all portray y'all do? You could have just said that. And I would have just been honest, especially where it comes to my friend. And if Shamia rolling in dough the way that she is, I'm sure she would have paid for a seat for you to come because she want her best friend at her wedding. You know, the bottom line is Porsha is very delusional. She lacks accountability. She's extremely self-centered. She's dumb as a box of rocks. She's very ditzy. I don't like that ditzy idiot girl persona that she gives off, that she tries to portray as being cute. It's not cute to me. It's never cute to be dumb. I don't like it. And it pisses me off to the highest level of passivity that everybody else is like making this okay. Nobody is checking her on this bullshit. Chanel says, Drew working with Porsha had nothing to do with the co-parenting. Exactly. Porsha a clown. Look how happy she was to have Dennis in the confessional with her. Porsha may be pretty, but she's insecure. She absolutely is. Absolutely is. Now, I wonder if Porsha was coming after the girl that Dennis had over his house drinking Nyack. Yeah, because I follow him on Instagram. And I know last year, I remember him having some chick over his house consistently. I thought it was his girl. I don't know. This is just what I saw. But he had some chick over his house drinking Nyack. His drink. That man has women, and it ain't you. You ain't the only one, honey, in my opinion. I don't know who that lady was. She could have been his friend, anything. But he is not a stranger to being a ladies' man, okay? I get what you're saying, working with Dennis. I meant to say that. I knew what you were saying, but I still read what it said, but I got you, friend. She meant Drew working with Dennis. It had nothing to do with Porsha. It didn't. How does that affect you? That's just like Dennis saying, I don't want you to let, I don't know, this dude that I used to do business with, you know, I don't want you fucking with him or letting one of his chicks wear your weave because it make me feel some type of way. I mean, it's just, I can't even remotely create a situation surrounding this that makes it sound palatable. It's ridiculous. Brittany says, I think Porsha is the way she is because of her childhood of being bullied and feeling abandoned by her dad. But that's still no excuse for actions. Yeah, and you know what? I can agree with that, Britt. But also, you're a grown ass woman now. Get some help. Remember when Porsha used to go to therapy? Remember when she used to go to therapy, y'all? And she didn't like the fact that the therapist was telling her that she was unhealed and that she hadn't dealt with a lot of stuff that went on in her childhood. The therapist told her that. And they wanted to talk about her father and have her get through those emotions because I think that Porsha is jealous. I think she treats Lauren the way that she does because she's jealous that Lauren lived in the house with her dad and that Lauren got to grow up with her father, you know, around her. And she was like the kid that was in and out. But I'm like, you never said that your father lacked love for you. Like, I don't know. I don't know what she wanted, but she needs to discuss that. It's ridiculous. Because now you just living in a fantasy world and you think everybody else, you trying to puppeteer everybody else around you to agree with your foolishness. It makes no sense. Montrez Jones says, Porsha did all that complaining about Drew filming with Dennis only for her to film with Ralph. Exactly. I was going to say that in my review. We might as well talk about it now. You did all of that to end up filming with damn Ralph. She petty. She is petty. And you know, you over there fucking with that girl like that and her marriage, which honestly, I'm on the fence of whether Drew and Ralph really are getting a damn divorce. But, you know, more power to them if they're lying, child. More power to them. But, child, what does Porsha need in the okay? Girl, right. What does she need an au pair for? And y'all see how Dennis threw that quick little jab in there? How Porsha, what he said, I think he said it, I don't know if it was on Housewives or on Porsha's Family Matters, how he didn't like how she would leave in the middle of the night, going on trips, leaving PJ in the house with people. He was like, if you're going to be, you know, jet setting and doing all that, let me know so I can get my daughter. You just rushing off living your best life. And I think that's why she has the au pair, because she jet setting. And I think this may have been allegedly around the time they were saying she's messing with Future, which I think Drew is eventually going to bring up. Brittany Janae says, I agree, Shay. Porsha needs to go back to therapy. I'm in therapy right now, helping me dealing with my feelings stemming from childhood. And kudos to you, friend. I'm proud of you, sis. We got to do that. You got to go to therapy. You got to get your mental healthy because your body can't get well if your mind is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm back on. I've been slacking on my workout regimen for the last 3 weeks. Vacation was my excuse at first, but my trainer sent this long message to her. She was like, I can't do it for you, sis. Don't waste your time on mine. And I said, you know what? I'm on it, sis. To get my life together. Sometimes you need somebody to just tell you the damn truth. And some people don't want to correct confusion. You know? And I can't be an element of chaos for myself or other people. So, and Porsha is definitely that. Very selfish, very stupid. I just can't, I can't get with it. I can't get with that dumb girl mentality that she has. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. It's 11:39. Caramel Rail was supposed to come on at 11:30, y'all. I'm about to get on up out of here, and I'm going to kick it up to run so I can watch my girl. So thank y'all for watching. I'll put up the thumbnail after I get off of here, finish my workout, do a little Pilates, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Probably do some weights down here. And while I'm watching my girl, because I know she'll probably be on for at least an hour. So y'all run on over there, support Cameron Real. And I'll see y'all later on for my Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Mean it. Peace out.